Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. You know, with these new consoles on the market, all the oodles of teraflops, it just really doesn't make any sense to be a PC gamer anymore, am I right? Before we toss our worthless gaming systems out the windows though and upgrade to the glorious console master race, let's take a look at some quotes from our victors. This could be you, but you play on PC. Well, at least they're modest. No. Please, no crossplay. And if it's a must, just crossplay with consoles, not with those computer cheaters. Yeah, that's another point for those console gamers. All PC gamers are cheaters. We all use hacks, we all download aim assist bots, but that's only because we don't have them built into our controllers. And there has never, ever been a cheater on consoles, ever. That's just the way it is. This is bullshit. PS5 is miles ahead of any PC. Well said. I love the use of facts and citations here. Take that, PC guys. This man said so. If you're a PC gamer, you're either a kid whose parents won't let him have a console, a poor foreigner from some shithole country, or too f***ing stupid to know that PC gaming is complete shit. Okay, I wanted to continue with the sarcasm, but this is just too ridiculous. I don't mean to be a jerk here, but parents buy their kids consoles because it's easy. It's the easiest option for gaming besides a tablet or phone. Let me use an analogy here that might make this a bit easier on you. Say I want to buy a car. I don't really care about cars, I just want one, so I go to a dealership and buy a Civic or something. Now, I start cruising around town bragging to everyone that I have a nice car and that my car was the best choice. Then I meet someone out in town who built their car. They really souped it up too. It has a turbo kit, they have it sitting flat on the ground, they painted it blue with a black trim, they even swapped the original motor out with some Mustang. But you, being naive, look at this man's car that he put a lot of work into because he actually loves what he does instead of just being a poser, and you tell him that your car is better just 'cause. Look, you like driving your car, and that's fine, but you get your enjoyment out of something that someone made for everybody. Something that the regular people out there can buy because they don't want to get too involved. But to tell a PC gamer who put their love and hard work into making their game system unique, to tell them that they're stupid because they did that, kinda makes you a bit of a simple dick now, doesn't it? Good thing it's Nvidia, not AMD or an Android phone. Those are for poor people. Ugh, sometimes I feel like I should reply, should give some sort of advice on a quote like this, but when the pettiness level is that high, I'm just gonna move on. PS5 bad. English, please. When PS5 doing really good, it is still 20% worse than the new Xbox running very bad. Oh, okay. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is against PC. You console guys also take the time to go after one another. It's so cute, very inclusive of you. From here on, I'm going to refer to it as crossplay. Can I connect another CPU to my laptop to increase gigahertz? What the hell? Sorry, you're right. No such thing as a stupid question, this is how you learn. So, in order to get faster GHs, you have to get a new CPU, which in a laptop is a pain in the ass if it's even possible at all. One thing I like about building PCs instead of getting a laptop is I control what's inside the machine and the longevity of said machine. Laptops are more like a TV. It's great for a few years, but then god damn it, I didn't get the OLED. I'm not worried about performance. 5 gigabytes per second makes me believe frame drops below 60 will be near non-existent aside from Wi-Fi stuff. Oh my god. Why in the hell do you guys never look anything up? You just hear 5 gigabytes per second and think, yeah, that'll work for you. The SSD is only going to affect loading times mostly. If you have fast internet and the PS5 doesn't cap your download speed, then it'll be a bit useful. Beyond that, render and loading times is basically it. The GPU is going to affect frame rate, not the SSD. Please just Google a thing before you type it out. It's going on the internet anyway, you may as well try. If your budget of PC is around $500 to $800, you're better off getting one of the new consoles, unless there's just a certain game that you really want to play on PC and you need the functionality of a PC, or you can find really good deals on used PC hardware. At that range, console wins. See, but you're missing something here. I feel like you're only considering new titles from AAA companies who, in my opinion, make the same crap over and over again. What about the emulators where I can play practically every game that has been forgotten by this industry? The multiple displays so I can watch movies and play games simultaneously. What if I wanted to use a Nintendo Switch controller to play Cyberpunk? The reason you get a PC can be for the graphics, and the resolution and the frame rates, but for most of us, we just like that we can do whatever we want. Play every game however we want. Play all of our favorite older titles that you'd have to hope are remastered or backwards compatible. We have the freedom of choice on PC, and we don't have to pay money to game with our friends. That's honestly more enticing than $600 to have a console that continues to suck money out of me, and I really only get to play the new games that, again, are pretty much just the same thing over and over again. You don't have to agree with that last part, that's just me. I have the same issue with movies these days, but let's move forward before I start a flame war. COD Black Ops Cold War reveals that its Zombies Onslaught mode will be a PS5 exclusive until November 1st, 2021. Xbox and PC users will have to wait a year before they can try out this mode. Let's go. See, again, maybe this is hard to understand because you're on a more closed ecosystem, but we have more than COD. We're not worried about timed exclusives, and if I'm being honest, no AAA game could ever come out, lock itself away, and make me care enough to buy a console. I don't need that one game so bad that I can't wait to emulate it or wait for the day it actually does come to PC. My life is not dedicated to playing the newest game the second they release. I'm a gamer. I play games when I want to play them. And I'm smart enough to have realized that if you wait a year after these games release, it's typically fixed all the bugs, sells for cheaper, comes with all the DLC, and the microtransactions that were pumped into it on day one have been removed by that point. Weird how a little patience in this industry tends to make your experience a little bit better. Imagine having a computer and wasting your time playing Terraria when there's literally so many better games. Console's where it's at with Terraria. You can play Terraria on a cow. Why does it matter what games people are playing? So I get these goddamn images all the time. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Let's examine these. I don't know why companies think they just add some motion blur to an image, turn the brightness down, and say that's what higher frame rate will fix. It just won't. Look, companies who want to sell your stuff, you can use examples that actually illustrate what frame rate is. The problem with this marketing is only people who know what higher frame rate does are going to be interested in these kinds of specs. You're marketing to enthusiasts. Those are the people who are going to even look at high refresh rate monitors. So maybe a bad idea would be to treat enthusiasts like they're stupid, like they have no idea what frame rate does. Use better examples. PC building simulators now available on consoles so you can see what you're missing. Oh my god. After 90 FPS, you don't fell the difference between 90 and 290. Only after 290 and above, you fell the difference. What? Okay, firstly, I never fell the difference between anything. The only time I fell a distance was when I jumped off a rock into water and accidentally boner backflipped. Secondly, you're talking out your ass. I was playing VR with my brother the other day, and I had to turn the frame rate from 90 FPS to 120 because I was getting motion sick. The frame rate was too low, so don't give me any of that I can't fell the difference crap. So it looked like on Twitter someone was pissed at me for saying that you can get Windows 10 for free. Here's how they responded. You can get Windows 10 for free on their website? You mean the Windows trial? Lumfow? No. Talented in lying? Try to open Microsoft Store without a license. Right. Why would you want it? Honestly, what's in the Windows Store that's actually worth a crap? If I could delete it, I would have already done so that's a bit of a silly argument. And as for you can't get Windows for free BS, guess I can just show ya. Hello everybody and welcome to another excellent Barry tutorial, or as we like to call them, Barry Toots, on account that I'm only doing this because people talk out their ass. Now before we begin, make sure to hit that like button down below, rate, comment, like, and saboob, and let's move on. First things first, load up your browser. In the search, type Windows 10 Boot Tool. Click on this link down here. Once you get to this page, you can scroll down to the boot tool right here. At this point, you'll want to plug in a USB and install the boot tool to that. After that, you may now install Windows on your PC. Now, yes, you will have a watermark at the bottom right. However, if you go into the registry editor, you can actually remove that watermark permanently and pretty much have everything Windows offers beyond a few customization features, which, do you really care? If you do, buy Windows. If not, that's how you get it for free. PS5 is gonna kill the graphics card, and the PS5 is better than the RTX 2080 Ti. You're done. I'm cutting you off. Games shouldn't be on consoles at all, to be honest. Why take a masterpiece and smear shit all over it so it'll run on inferior hardware? 'Cause that's not what they do? I don't get these top-tier PC guys. They act like if consoles died, then there'd no longer be low settings or something. Not everyone has a top-of-the-line PC. Some people are literally just in this platform for the freedom, and that's it. If you're a graphics whore, that's fine, but understand that some people are just out to play games because they prefer a specific controller, or they want to play flight sims, or do VR porn. You never know, it could be fun. I mean, I've never tried it. That's just an example. Let's move on. Lol. Like it or not, PC gamers are not big sellers. Rockstar doesn't even put their games on it. You're the minority, kid. Truth hurts, and unlike him, you can Google what I'm saying. Went to the Googles, and this is what I found, so I think that you are full of shit. So I always get these, and I wanted to go over it. PS5 will honestly blow any gaming PC away. No hackers, which is kind of funny. This came out way before the PS5 was even on there, so duh. No viruses, again, duh. Power of a mid to high-end gaming rig. Yeah, okay, that's fine. No issues with missing DLLs or files. Really? Ability to run AAA games without having to check specs. See, now this is your problem here. This is your subjective opinion. If it were me, I would say that's a con. I want to be able to go into my settings and change things around. I don't want motion blur on. I want the FOV heightened. So to not be able to go into the game and change things, that to me is a con. But whatever, we can move forward. More affordable price point. I mean, yeah, okay. No issues setting up peripherals, fine. Integrated store, ugh. Friends list, voice chat, communities, okay. No 5 different launchers to download. PC gaming is becoming more and more irrelevant, especially starting this gen. See, there are some real pitfalls to PC gaming, and none of these guys can hit it. I wonder if that's because they honestly have no idea what they're talking about, so they gotta grab at straws. No missing DLL files. Oh god, he got me. That happens so often. Linux master race. Linux gamers aren't any better than console peasants. Actually, this is just me, but I think Linux gamers are pretty rad. Take the freedoms of PC gaming and then get rid of the Microsoft tether. You're literally free from all of Microsoft's BS, you can run games with Vulkan, which Steam supports, and you literally get to build your computer and then build your operating system so specific and unique to you. It's like the ultimate route to take if you want to be a completely unrestricted gamer. Kudos to the Linux guys, but that's just from a simple Windows user looking in. Thank you guys so much for being here for 46 episodes of Console Peasant Quotes. This has certainly been a wild ride, and I have a lot of people who found their gaming platform of choice because of this series, be it consoles, mobile, or PC. I want to take the time real quick to show my Patreon, which I've never mentioned since the day I launched it back in 2016. Every little bit helps, but just the fact that you all enjoy these videos is more than enough. Let's see if we can all get to episode 50. Now before I go, of course, I do have a clip for you. I make this series not only to bash on the gamers, but also to remind us that there are those out there who hate this hobby as a whole, and bickering amongst each other is a good way of doing nothing about it. This is an interview with an ex-military man claiming video games cause violence in children. Enjoy.
You know them, Call of Duty. I don't do any of these, but
like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, they're simulated violence.
It's a criminal simulator, a murder simulator.
Yeah, Evan Ramsey, others like some of these other killers, Dylan Klebold, Eric Harris of Columbine, were steeped in these games. Adam Lanza.
The Norway killer trained on those. He said he trained on them. 69 dead on an island in Norway, and he spent a year training on video games to prepare himself for this crime. The killer in Florida, he spent 15 hours a day on violent video games. The most all-consuming, all-pervasive thing in this guy's life are these violent video games. And less than a year ago, the American Psychological Association made a definitive statement. There is a clear, unequivocal link between violent video games, violent behavior. Their blood pressure goes up, their heart rate goes up, violent actions go up. The data is persistent and clear across many different forms. You cannot deny it. It is overwhelming.
PS5 is gonna kill the graphics card, and the PS5 is better than the 2080 Ti.